Good morning, Foxes, and welcome to day 12. Awesome plans for you today. We got more magic for you with Brad Barton. He's even got some really great insight and lessons for you. I hope you really pay attention. Not only is it magic, but they're insights about life as well. You're gonna love it.
All right, so we're going to perform to you today. How about some money magic? Anybody have some money? Let's try a dollar bill. Has anybody got a dollar bill? Yeah, no. Five. Let's not do a 5. Let's do not 10. Thank you. $20 bill. How about a what? Okay, Coach has got a $1 bill. Very good. Okay, so let me just tell you what I believe. Here's what I believe. I believe that all of us, every one of us, you in particular, are infinitely valuable. That's what I believe about human beings. I believe that we are infinitely valuable. And if you're having trouble understanding what infinity means, that's good. That means you're listening, because infinity doesn't end. I don't believe that we have any end to our value. We're amazing. We're amazing beyond anything comprehensible. You and I are infinitely valuable. Okay, having said that, can you and I bring more or less of our infinite value to our environment? Yeah. We're continually bringing more value to our family or less value to our family. More value to our community or less. More value to ourselves or less. So, for instance, when you tell a lie to your mama, are you bringing more value or less value to that relationship? Less, right? How about when you choose laziness? More or less?
Less.
Okay, so you're infinitely valuable, but you're making a choice to bring less of that value. How about when you choose obedience? Right? Oh, how about when you choose love? Yeah, more value, right? Choose hate, less value. You see what I mean? Every time we make a choice, we either bring in more value or less value, or maybe a little bit of both, right? So all of us are always bringing more value or less value. So let's take the $1 bill to represent the amount of value I'm currently bringing. Now, when I have more information in my head because I've studied and I've really, decided that I want to learn something, do I bring more value or less value?
More.
Yeah, so learning is more value, right? So let's do this trick. Let's create more value. Okay, so what do you think? We're going to take a $1 bill and turn it into, what? $2 bill?
$2 bill. I like $2 bills.
$20 bill?
Yeah.
50?
Ooh,
What do you
watch
think?
out.
If we could change this $1 bill into some other bill, what do you think it should be?
$100 bill. $300? Would they
A
even make
$1
those?
bill into a $100 bill.
Okay, $20.
Okay, let's try it. Let's give it a try. Notice, ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing up my sleeves. There's some rubber bands we're not going to use anymore, right? Nothing up my sleeves, nothing in my palms. I'm going to take this $1 bill and I'm going to fold the bill. Now, here, quick story. There was a time in my life I did not know how to do this trick. But then a guy named Mike Cottom, he actually lives out on close to Coach. And Mike Cottom taught me how to do this trick. He taught me how to turn a $1 bill into a $100 bill. Let's call it a really valuable life skill.
Yeah.
He said, Brad, there's two colors, there are two sides to every bill. There's a green side and a tan side. Are you with me so far? Right? The green side, and he said, Brad, you got to get rid of the green side from left to right. A lot of ways to fold the bill, a lot of decisions that you can make in your life, right? A lot of ways you can live your life, but if you live it this way, left to right, and get rid of the green side. Now you got two tan sides, right? Same trick, same move. The second fold is from left to right towards the magician as well. The third fold is from the bottom up towards the magician. And then the fourth fold is from the bottom up towards the audience, just like this. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of friction on it and a little bit of pressure on it, squeeze it nice and tight, and now this $1 bill has just been magically transformed into a
What?
bill.
Are you kidding me?
It's been changed into a $100 bill, and everything is examinable.
Wow, are you kidding?
Out here in internet land.
Wow.
All right, so I just turned a $1 bill into a $100 bill. But think of what we just learned. Can you and I do this trick for reals in life? And I'm not talking about dollar bills anymore, am I? Remember, I believe that you and I are infinitely valuable. Now, a $100 bill happens to be the most. That's the biggest bill in modern U.S. circulation. So what I'm suggesting is that you and I, day by day, can take the amount of value that we're bringing and say no to hate and say yes to love. We can say no to ugly, say yes to beautiful. We can say no to laziness more often and yes to working and discipline and having fun, becoming who you are meant to become. Folks, you and I can actually become more and more valuable to our environment, tap in more of the infinite value that we have, and someday, maybe just someday, I might even be a $100 bill person. That's what I want to do. How about you? Okay, a lot of magicians are card magicians. I really don't like card magic that much. I mean, there's some really great stuff out there, but it's kind of magic-y to me. I'd rather do things that are out of people's pockets, right? I love doing magic out of people's pockets, and this is really I know 2 card tricks. This is actually my favorite card trick, ladies and gentlemen. The levitating card, or the UFO deck, as they call it. So I'm going to take a rubber band, or take a card, and then just grab a hold of it and do some of that.
What?
Now I'm not sure how this is going to look on a video, so I guess you're just going to have to check it out. Sometimes sideways it works better. So let me see if I can get a good.
Are you kidding me?
Sideways slant to it. Oh, I didn't get enough juice going on here. Whoops. Let's see if I can get a sideways flip to it. There we go.
What?
And there we are. So impressive, perhaps, just to levitate my own card. But what if I levitated with yours? So someone hand me a card. Come on, out there in internet land. Someone hand me we got a card. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yeah, good stuff. All right. I think that was one of the kids in Vineyard.
That's right, the Vineyard. Yes, it was Vineyard Kid.
All right, grab Mama's card. So here we go. Coach, would you just grab my? Yeah, there you go. Very nice. So I've just got your card, right? And let's learn a little bit. Should we do some physics? Let's do some physics.
Physics.
All right. So in order to levitate somebody else's card, I first have to be loose and relaxed. That's what I'm attempting to do, is get myself loose and relax. The second part of the trick, I just got to kind of crimp the edge of the card just a little bit, get some aerodynamics flowing. See if I can get the air molecules flowing over the top of the card, faster than they flow underneath the card. It creates a low pressure vortex above the card because there's less air molecules per square inch up there. Nature abhors a vacuum, so it rushes in to fill the space. And that is how airplanes fly.
Wow.
It's actually called Bernoulli's principle. You can look this up if you're interested in learning a little bit of science, right? We don't call science in the Barton household because we think science is not cool. Science is very cool. We don't call it science, we call it science. Because remember, kids, science is not cool. Science is
very cool.
That's right. So check out Bernoulli's principle, right? So this is what this 17th century, I think his name is Joseph Bernoulli, figured out with water, with hydraulics. Let's just do this. 37,000 feet. There's a 737 jet flying along at 37,000 feet. There's 2 air molecules just enjoying it. They're a little stay up there at 37,000 feet. And the 747 jumbo jet airfoil, the wing, cuts those. So one of the molecules goes under the wing, and the other one goes above the wing. And here's what Joseph Bernoulli found out: if they are starting next to each other, they're buddies, right? And they get split. One of them goes above and one goes below the wing. For whatever reason, they're going to end up at the same place as well. So they started as buddies, they started the journey as buddies, and they end the journey as
buddies.
Buddies, that's right. So here's the thing. If you look at an airfoil, right, an airplane wing, they're pretty flat on the bottom, really pretty flat. But what does a wing look like on top? they're really, really rounded. They go way up. So a wing is flat on the bottom and rounded at top. So which one has the longest journey? The one that just goes from here to there, or the one that goes from here all the way up and over and back to there? The top one has a lot further to go, doesn't it? So if they're gonna start and end at the same place, the top one's gotta go what? Faster. So it's gotta speed up. And now let's get some more buddies involved. Let's see, there's a whole bunch of air molecules flying over the top, and they've all got to speed up, so they're all next to each other. And watch what happens. If you're standing next to a group of people in a row, you can stand really close together if you're stopped, right? When you start walking, what has to happen? You have to spread out a little bit. You'll trip. What if you start running? Well, we got to even get further apart, right? So as these things get faster, they spread out, so they'll have room to maneuver, and then they come back together at the end. So there's literally less air molecules above the wing because they're all spread out. Below the wing, they're just going across like this. Lots of air molecules, very few air molecules. So what happens is it creates a low pressure vortex above that wing, and nature doesn't like that low pressure, so it sucks that wing up into that low pressure vortex, and well, where the gravity is trying to pull that airplane down to the ground, and where that low pressure vortex is trying to suck that wing up, right in the middle of those two, well, that's called flight. Did that make sense?
It did to me.
Okay, so go check out Bernoulli's principle. It's really pretty fascinating. So what I've just done is just taken the rubber, the thing, and I put a little bit of a crimp in it. And then the last part of the trick, because of a Coriolis effect, you got to look up the Coriolis effect. This has to do with the circulation of the Earth. The Earth is spinning, so the things above the equator are spinning the opposite direction than the things below the equator. Neil deGrasse Tyson, go type in Neil deGrasse Tyson, right? This wonderful physics man. It's got a bunch of videos, and type in Neil deGrasse Tyson and the Coriolis effect. He explains it better than anyone else I've ever heard. And then the last part of it, I'm going to spin it counterclockwise because we're in the northern hemisphere. So I'm going to take the rubber band, or excuse me, I'm going to take the card. I'm going to put 6 digits on it like this, and then I'm going to spin. Most of the thrust comes off my left index finger and my right thumb, and I'm going to go just like that. Bam. And there we are. Boom. Wow. And if I get it spinning fast enough, there we go. Maybe I can do some crazy little loop-to-loops with it. And that, ladies and gentlemen...
What, are you kidding me?
...is the Coriolis effect. Guys, it's not science, because science is not cool. This is science. Because science is...
Cool.
Is
very cool.
Wow, great information and great lessons from Brad. Awesome. I hope you take his words and really let it sink in. Fantastic. And you can even practice it. He even gave you some insights on how to make it work for yourself. We'll see you later. Have a great time.